नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं वाचं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् जिदं ते पुण्डरीकाक्ष नमस्ते विश्वभावना नमस्तेस्तु ऋषिकेश महापुरुषपूर्वज सदक्षरं ब्रह्म य ईश्वरः पुमान् गुणोर्मि सृष्टिस्थितिकालसल्लयः प्रधानबुद्ध्यादिजगत्प्रपञ्चसूः सनोऽस्तु विष्णुर्मतिभूतिमुक्तिदः योनिस्थोया वितृष्णा च चन्द्रामुक्ता विमोचनी निवृत्तिः सप्तमीतासां स्मृताः ताः पापशान्तिदाः श्वेतञ्च हरितञ्चैव विद्युतं वैद्युतं मानसं तथा जीमूतं रोहितञ्चैव सुप्रभं चापि शोभनं सप्तैतानि तु वर्षाणि चातुर्वर्ण्ययुतानि वै शाल्मले ये तु वर्णाः च वसन्त्येते महामुने कपिलाः च अरुणाः पीताः कृष्णाः चैव पृथक् पृथक्. I think this is the Shalmala Dvipam that he is talking about. So first was Jambudvipam. Jambudvipa Varnanatu Tatra Tritiya Adhyaya eva Uktam. And surrounding the Jambudvipa you have the Kshara Samudram, which is the salt ocean. Around that we were thinking of in a 3D projection manner. It must be around that twice the distance or twice the vistaram of Jambudvipa is Plakshadvipam, and surrounding Plakshadvipa you had the sweet samudram, right? Ikshu samudram. Then you have the Shalmala Dvipa. Correct? We are at the Shalmala Dvipam. So for each Dvipam he is describing the who is the Ishvara there. Dvipasya Ishvaraha kaha tasya sutaha keke tesham sutanam adhikke tatra varshani kani. That is the regions that are ruled by the children who are children of the king of that particular Dvipam, and then who are the people in the particular regions, and the rivers that keep it fertile. So this is, and why the name for that particular Dvipam came about, that has also been mentioned. Now we are at the Shalmala Dvipa, and in that Shalmala Dvipa there are a couple of mountains that he talks about. There are 7 kinds of Varshani, that is the regions that are there in Shalmala Dvipam are 7. Not all islands have 7 divisions. The final Dvipam will have only 2 divisions, so it depends. So it's not a standard thing that he has. Parāśara, for him to remember all of this and tell it to Maitreya is just something that is beyond our conception here. So he remembers so many different names, so many different rivers and mountains and everything as he describes it, right? So Shalmale tu ye varnaha vasanti ete kapilaha cha arunaha pitaha krishnaha prathak prathak. Every region or every dvipam has its set of people also who have the same chaturvarnyam that we have in our bhumi in Jambudvipam, but that kind of division is similar to Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, but it is got different names in different dvipas. Brahmanaha क्षत्रिया वैश्याः शूद्राश्चैव यजन्ति तं भगवन्तं समस्तस्य विष्णुम् आत्मानम् अव्ययं वायुभूतं मखश्रेष्ठैः यज्वनः यज्ञ संस्थितिम्. This is the people who are there, Kapilaha, Arunaha, Pitaha, Krishnaha, these are actually Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Prithak Prithak te yajanti, they also perform yagas or worship Bhagavan Vishnu with the yagas, that is yajanti makhasresthaihi, with the great makhaihi sresthaihi makhaihi athava makhasresthaihi, with great sacrifices like yagas. Vayu bhutam vayu swarupena vidyamanam Vishnum. In another island he is present as Surya Swarupaha, Kurma Swarupaha, Varaha Swarupaha. So Vishnu is present in each island in a different manner. So samastasya bhagavantam, samastasya bhagavantam, one who is the Bhagavan for everybody, tadrasham Vishnum Atmanam Avyayam. He is the Atma Swarupa, and he is also, he cannot be divided, or he doesn't have a division within him. He is a partless entity. Avyayaha. Vayu Bhutam, he is also present as Vayu Swarupa. Makhaihi Sreshtaihi Yajvinaha. Yeah, I think I made the mistake last time also. Yajvi is a person who does a yagam. Yajvi, Yajvinaha, Yajvino, Yajvinaha iti bahuvachane vartate. So those ritviks also yajna samsthitim vayubhutam bhagavantam Vishnum makhasreshtaihi yajanti. So all of these ritviks yajanti, they worship Vishnu, who is the Bhagavan for everyone, who is the Antaryami for everyone, who is the Atma Swarupa and Vayu Swarupa also. They worship him, who is also Yajna Samsthiti, who is the foundation for yagas. Tadrasham Vishnu Makhaihi Yajanti. They worship him with the yagas. Devanam atra sannidhyam ativa sumanohare shalmalihi sumahan vrikshaha namna nirvriti karakaha. Asmin sumanohare dvipe. In this dvipa, in this island which is very beautiful, sumanohare, devanam atra sumanohare atra iti dvipe. So in this beautiful island, devanam ativa sannidhyam vartate. There is a great presence of all the devatas in this island, and there is a great tree which gives the name for this island also. Shalmalihi namna nirvriti karakaha. It is just by the name of Shalmali, it gives happiness. And it is a great tree that is present in this island. That is why this island is called Shalmala Island. Shalmali is usually இந்த இலவம் பஞ்சும்போம் தமிழில், அதாவது பட்டு பருத்திம்பா இல்லைன்னா இலவம் பஞ்சுன்னு சொல்லுவோம். This is where you get silk cotton, a cotton which has that silk shining. It doesn't give you fruit or anything. This tree grows really tall, and then there is a fruit which hangs. It is always green, and suddenly one day it just bursts open, and the panja abde cotton just flows around. It just is blown by the wind. இதுக்கு தமிழில் இலவு காத்த கிளியும்போ. ஒரு கிளி உட்காந்துட்டே இருந்தது இந்த இலவம் பஞ்சு மரத்தில். அதில் வந்து the parrot thought that it will become into a ripe fruit and it can taste the fruit because it's sweet smelling or whatever, you know. He thought that it will get a fruit, but then suddenly it just breaks open and nothing is there, right? So it is totally cheated of its fruit here. So anybody who is cheated of the fruit, who waits for a long time but doesn't get the desired fruit, is usually ilavakaatha kilimbo. The Shalmali vriksha is that cotton tree. It's not the small cotton bushes that you see. So Devanam atra sannidhyam ativa sumanohare Shalmalihi sumahan vrikshaha namna nirvriti karakaha. Very differently, it is actually not a source of happiness but a source of disappointment for people here. And for others, it's a source of happiness because we get that very soft cotton which we use for pillows to sleep. Probably that's why he says nirvriti karakaha. एषद्वीपः समुद्रेण सुरोदेन समावृतः विस्तारात् शाल्मलस्यापि समेन तु समन्ततः. There is a samudram that surrounds this dvipa, this island also. एषः द्वीपः, this island, सुरोदेन समुद्रेण समावृतः. सुरा एव उदकम्. Sura, intoxicant, surapanam, that madhyapanam or surapanam, any liquor, right? So that is the water in this samudram. So tena surodena samudrena samavritaha. This island is completely samavritaha, surrounded by a samudra, an ocean which is filled, whose waters are sura. Vistarat shalmalasyaiva samena samantataha. This Vistarat, by distance, this samudram, this ocean, shalmalasyaiva samena samantataha samavritaha vartate. This surrounds this Shalmala, the Suroda ocean, Sura ocean surrounds the Shalmala island in the equal distance as it is. That is, the measurement of this Samudram is also similar to Shalmalasya Samena. It is equal to Shalmala Dvipam. Surodakav Parivritaha Kushadvipena Sarvataha. He doesn't describe each Samudram. He only describes the islands that are there and the people who are within. So Surodakav Parivritaha Kushadvipena Sarvataha. Surodakaha, this Sura Samudram is surrounded, Parivritaha is surrounded Sarvataha on all directions by Kushadvipa. Shalmalasya tu vistarat dvigunena samantataha. It follows a pattern here, if you see right from the beginning of this Adhyaya, how the islands are described here. So we can easily get the meaning of these shlokas. So Shalmalasya tu vistarat dvigunena kushadvipaha vartate. So dvigunena kushadvipena parivritaha vartate. This Surodakam, Sura Samudram is surrounded by Kushadvipa, which is Dvigunena, which is double in size, Vistarat, to Shalmala Dvipa on all sides. Jyotishmataha Kushadvipe Saptaputran Shrunusvatan. Jyotishman was the Kushadvipa Ishvaraha, and his children were 7 in number. Kushadvipe, in the Kushadvipa island, Jyotishmataha Saptaputran Tane Shrunushva. Listen to the 7 children of Jyotishman who were living in this Kushadvipa. Udbhidaha Venumanschaiva Vairathaha Lambanaha Dhritihi Prabhakaraha Atha Kapilaha Tannamna Varsha Paddhatihi. These were the children of Jyotishman, Udbhidaha, Venuman, Vairathaha, Lambanaha, Dhritihi, Prabhakaraha and Kapilaha. Tannamna, Tesham namna eva, Varshanam Paddhatihi api vartate. The naming of the regions were also taken from the names of these children. So each Varsham was also called in the same manner, Udbhidam, Venumat, Vairatham, Lambanam, Dhriti, Prabhakaram, Kapilam, iti Varshasya nama. Tasmin vasanti manujaha sahadaiteya danavaihi tathaiva devagandharva yakshakim purushadayaha. Tasmin kushadvipe manujaha daiteya danavaihi saha vasanti. People are living along with the Daityas and Danavas, Diti's children, Diti's children and Danu's children. Tathaiva Deva Gandharva Yaksha Kimpurushadayaha Tasminna Vasanti. And in the same Kushadvipa, you have Devas, Gandharvas, Yaksha and Kimpurushas also living along with all of these people. Varnas tatrapi chatvaraha. There are 4 varnas. Chaturvarnyam tatrapi vartate. Nija anusthana tatparaha. They follow their own anushtanas and hence this 4 varna division is present there. Daminaha. What were they called? Those who were comparable to Brahmanas were called Daminaha, Shushminaha, Kshatriyas, Snehaha, Vanik, Vaishyas, and Mandehaha. I think this Mandeha is the same Mandehas which keep pulling down the Surya. They fight with the Surya Kiranas usually every day during Astamanam time. There is a story associated with this Mandeha set of people. You'll find it in Devi Bhagavatam or maybe even Ramayana. Yeah.
Ramayana appears. The Mandhata iti.
Correct. This Mandeha group will be mentioned in Ramayana. I remember. Surya Shatake Vartate. That's when I was reading about it. So Varnaha tatrapi chatvaraha nija anusthana tatparaha. There are 4 types of Varnas who follow their own anusthana, their own niyamaha. Daminaha, Dama Yuktaha Bhavanti, they have Bahirindriya, Antarindriya Nigraha. Shushminaha, Shushma is more like strength. They're very strong. Sneha, they have an affection towards everything in this world. That is why the Vaishyas are responsible for Bhumi, prosperity of this world, usually. Mandehaha, some you can have proper names in the sense that Anvarthanama Bhavishyati, Parantu Tatra Kechana tu they won't be Anvarthanama, they will be different namas. Okay. Brahmanaha, Kshatriyaha, Vaishyaha, Shudraha cha Anukrama Uditaha. These four are the four categories that you find in Jambudvipa. So they are named differently. The nomenclature is different. So you don't take it as a literally the meaning of that, but you take it as a samjna. Yathokta karma kartrutvat swa adhikara kshayayate tatraiva tam kushadvipe brahmarupam janardanam yajantaha kshapayanti ugram adhikara phalapradam. Swa adhikara kshayaya. All of these people have been given some work or the other in this Brahmanda. When Vishnu created this Brahmanda and he created all of these beings, each one were given a portfolio. So, yathokta karma kartrutvat, they did their work as was ordained to them, as was given to them by Vishnu. Swa adhikara kshayaya, they were waiting for their post, and there is a retirement period or there is a time frame until which they will be given that particular post, and they will be staying in that post till they are transferred or their term is over. So swa adhikara kshayaya, until their term is completed. Yathokta karma kartrutvat, because they had that authority, or they were given the authority to do certain things. Tatraiva, hence they stayed in that Kushadvipa itself. Tatraiva Kushadvipe tam brahmarupam janardanam ugram adhikara phalapradam yajantaha kshapayanti. So they spent their time, kshapayanti, they spent their time, yajantaha, doing yagas for Janardana, who is present in that Kushadvipa in the form of Brahma. Brahmarupam Janardanam, and more than that, he is the Rupam in which Janardana is present in that Dvipam is, he is Ugram, Ugraswarupi Saha, Adhikara Palapradam. Adhikaram yaha swasya adhikara nirvartanam karoti samyaktaya. Tarhi tatra tad adhikarasya phalam datavyam khalu tadapi janardanaha eva tatra dadati iti. So this Swarupam of Janardana who is present in Kushadvipa, he is Ugra Swarupaha Saha. So the people there who perform their activities also expect a phalam immediately, and he is capable of giving that phalam also. Adhikara phalapradam janardanam yajantaha kshapayanti. They perform yagas and they while away their time in that Kushadvipa. Now he moves on to the 7 mountains in this island. Vidrumo hema shailaha cha dyutiman pushpavanstata kusheshayaha harihi chaiva saptamaha mandarachalaha. 7 mountains in this Kushadvipa: Vidruma, Hemashaila, Dvituman, Pushpavan, Kusheshaya, Hari and Mandarachala. Varashachalastu saptaite Tatradvipe Mahamune. Tatradvipe, in that island, He Mahamune Maitreya, Ete Sapta, these 7 are Varshachalaha. These are the 7 that are present in those regions to demarcate the 7 different regions in Kushadvipa. Nadyascha Sapta Tasamtu Shrunu Namani Anukramat. Listen to the 7 names of the 7 rivers that are there in Kushadvipa. Dhutapapa, Shiva Chaiva, second. Third one, Pavitra. Fourth is Sammatihi Tatha. Vidyut is the 5th one. Ambha is 6. Mahi Cha. These are the 7 rivers. Anya, sarva papa haraha tu imaha. The Anya is the seventh one. The other one is called Mahi, and all of these rivers are sarva papa haraha. They remove our sins. Anyaha sahasrashaha tatra. It's like a nice children's name dictionary kind of thing. We can find different names from here. Anyaha sahasrashaha tatra kshudra nadyaha tatha achalaha kushadvipe kushastambaha samgyaya tasya tat smritam. There are other thousands of rivers, smaller rivers, kshudra nadyaha tatha achalaha sahasrashaha. There are thousands of smaller mountains also in this Kushadvipa. And why kushastambaha tasya samgyaya tat smritam. Kushadvipe kushastambaha vartate. There is a stamba ityukte grass. Another brahmadi stamba paryantam. Starting from Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma to Stamba, which is grass, which has very little life, and the Chaitanyam in it is also very, very little. It is imperceivable. You cannot even understand that there is a Chaitanyam in that grass. So, right, Ambal or Shakti pervades all of these things in this Brahmandam, starting from Brahma to Stamba. So, Stamba is grass. Kusha, grass. So, Darbha, pullu cholran liya, adutha. So, since there is, in this Dvipa, there are a lot of Kusha grass, Samjnaya tasya tat smritam. Tasya Dvipasya Samjnaya, by the name, to give a name for that Dvipam, tat smritam. Kushadvipam iti smritam. Kimartham? Kushastambasya tatra vartamanataya tatsamjnaya eva dvipasya samjna agata. Clear? Tat pramanena sadvipaha ghrutodena samavritaha. Now he moves on to the next ocean and next dvipam. The ocean that surrounds this Kushadvipa is Ghrita Udam. Ghritam is ghee, and the waters of this ocean is ghee. Ghrita Udam. So, Ghrutodena tat pramanena dvipa pramanenaiva samudraha api vartate tatra. So the samudram, the ocean, is as big as the island itself. So tat pramanena, dvipa pramanena, with the measurement of that dvipa, there is a samudram made of ghee, which the samavritaha, the dvipa, Kushadvipa, is surrounded by this ghee ocean. Ghritodaha cha samudraha vai kraunchadvipena samvritaha. This ocean made of ghee is surrounded by Kraunchadvipa. As usual, the Kraunchadvipa is twice in size, right? So it just follows that pattern. Kraunchadvipo Mahabhaga, Shruyatamcha Aparaha Mahan. Listen to this. Hey Mahabhaga, Maitreya. Shruyatam aparaha ayam Kraunchadvipaha Mahan Dvipaha vartate. There is a big island called Kraunchadvipa, which is the next one. Aparaha. Kushadvipasya vistarat dviganaha yasya vistaraha. Yasya Kraunchadvipasya vistaraha. The width of Kraunchadvipa is dvigunaha, double the width when compared to the width of Kushadvipa. Kushadvipasya vistarat dvigunaha. It is 2 times more than the width of Kushadvipa. Kraunchadvipe द्युतिमतः पुत्राः तस्य महात्मनः तन्नामानि च वर्षाणि तेषां चक्रे महीपतिः. Dyutiman was the Mahipati. He was the king of Kraunchadvipa. Dyutimataha putraha. Tasya mahatmanaha dyutimataha putraha. Kraunchadvipe asan. Finish off that sentence with that. So there were the sons of Dyutiman, the great Dyutiman, were present in Kraunchadvipa. Tan namani cha varshani cha tesham varshani chakre mahipatihi. So mahipatihi, the king Dyutiman, made the names of the regions also using their names. Tesham varshani chakre tannamani eva. He used their names and named the region also using their names. What are those names? Kushalaha, Mandagaha cha, Ushnaha, Pivaraha, Atha Andhakarakaha, Munihi, Dundubhihi Chaiva, Sapta Ete Tatsutaha Mune. These were the 7 children of Dyutiman. Tatrapi Devagandharva Sevitaha Sumanoharaha Varshachalaha Mahabuddhe Tesham Namani Me Shrunu. There were also Varsha Achalaha. Varsha is region, Achalaha per the mountains which were belonging to each regions, Tatrapi. And those mountains, Sumanoharaha, they were very beautiful, they were very attractive. And Sevitaha, they were worshipped, that is, they were frequented by Deva and Gandharvas. Tesham namani me shrunu. Listen to the names from me. I will tell you those names. He Mahabuddhe Maitreya. Kraunchaha, Vamanaha Chaiva, Tritiyaha Andhakaraha, Chaturthaha Ratnashailaha, Swahini Haya Sannibhaha. 6, right? Divavrit Panchamaha cha atra tatha anyaha Pundarikavan. This is 6th one. Dundubihi cha Mahashailaha Dvigunaha te Parasparam. Dvipa Dvipeshu ye Shailaha Yatha Dvipani te Tathaha. Te Tatha. That is, each mountain in that particular region was as big as the island itself. That is, it was as tall as the island itself. If you go to the 51st shloka here, Dvipaha Dvipeshu Parasparam. Te Parasparam Dvipaha Dvipeshu. They were in the Dvipeshu, in the Dvipa, they were looking like an island itself within those islands. So that is, they were as tall and as wide as the Dvipam itself, as the Kushadvipa, what is this? Kraunchadvipa itself. So, ye Shailaha Vartante Tatra, te Dvipaha iva asan. They were themselves like islands. Usually, to understand this, if you go to very mountainous regions, the entire culture itself is completely different from the land culture. They are like an island by themselves, you say, right? So the people are different, the way they interact is different, their language will be different, so the culture will be different. So each mountain here was like a separate island itself. Yatha Dvipani te tatha. So just as how the Dvipam was, they were also in the same manner. So what are the names of these mountains? Kraunchaha, Vamanaha. The first one is Krauncha, the next one is Vamana. Tritiyaha Andhakarakaha. The third one is Andhakaraka. The next one is Chaturthaha Ratnashailaha. The fourth one is Ratnashaila, which is Swahini. That is where I was getting confused. Something was wrong here. Actually, this line should not be there. That line is not there.
Devavrit.
You go to Devavrit. Yes, this line is not there. Nasti. Okay. Devavrit is your fourth one. Panchamaha cha tatra tatha anyaha pundarikavan. That is your fifth one. And then sixth one was Dundubihi Mahashailaha eva tatra saptamaha asit. Okay. Right. Varsheshu eteshu ramyeshu tatha shailawareshu cha nivasanti niratankaha saha devaganaihi prajaha. Eteshu varsheshu. In these regions, ramyeshu, in these beautiful regions which were formed, and in these mountains, shailawareshu cha, Niratankaha prajaha, subjects who were atankarahitaha. They did not have any worries at all. Deva ganaihi saha nivasanti. They were living along with the devas in these regions and in these mountains. Pushkaraha, pushkalaha, dhanyāha, tishyaha, tishyākhyāha cha mahamune, brahmanaha, kshatriya, vaishya, shudrascha, anukrama uditaha. These are also anukramena uditaha, uktaha iti. Pushkaraha, pushkalaha, dhanyāha, tishyaha. These are the 4 categories of people who were living there in that Kraunchadvipa, and they are like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra in Jambudvipa. Anukrama uditaha. Nadihi maitreya te tatra yaha pibanti shrunushva taha. Yaha nadihi te tatra pibanti te prajaha tatra Kraunchadvipe yaha nadihi pibanti. He maitreya, whatever water they drink from whichever river, Taha Shrunushva, listen to those rivers. There are 7 main rivers and hundreds of other smaller rivers again. Sapta Pradhanaha, Shatashaha Tatra Anyaha, Kshudra Nimnagaha. Kshudra, smaller rivers are hundreds of in number, whereas there are 7 main rivers. Gauri Kumudvati Chaiva, Sandhya Ratrihi Manojava, Kshantihi Cha, Pundarikacha, Saptaitaha, Varsha, Nimnagaha. These are the names of 7 rivers in Kraunchadvipa. Gauri, Kumudvati, Sandhya, Ratri, Manojava, Kshanti and Pundarika. Tatrapi Vishnuho Bhagavan Pushkaradhyaihi Janardanaha Yagaihi Rudraswarupaha cha Ijyate Yajna Sannidhau. Tatrapi, even in this area, in this place, that is in Kraunchadvipa, Bhagavan Vishnuhu eva Pushkaradhyaihi Yagaihi. There are different kinds of yagas, and these people here worship him with yagas, namely Pushkara, etc. No idea what kind of yagam that is. Sridhara Swami also does not mention it in his Vyakyanam. Yajna Sannidhau, for in the presence of yagam, Rudraswarupaha saha ijyate. That is Yajna Sannidhau ityukte, in the presence of yagam, Vishnu is actually present as Rudraswarupa. He is there in Kraunchadvipa as in the form of Rudra, and he is being ijyate. He is worshipped with yagas, namely Pushkara, etc. Kraunchadvipaha samudrena dadhi manda udakena cha avritaha sarvataha Kraunchadvipatulyena manataha. Kraunchadvipena dvipatulyena manataha in measurement, an ocean which is equal to Kraunchadvipa, whose water is dadhi manda. Manda is saram. Like hung curd, we say Greek yogurt here. Usually when you channamba, not paneer, but this is more like when you hang curd and it is only so thick, all of the waters go down and then you are left with some thick curd, that is called dadhi manda. Dadhi is full number tair. Usual normal curds are called dadhi. Dadhi manda is the sarabhutameva. So the waters of that samudram which surrounds Kraunchadvipa and is also in the same measurement of Kraunchadvipa is made up of the saram of yogurt, curds. Kraunchadvipaha anena samudra. Anena samudrena sarvataha abritaha. It is surrounded in all directions by this ocean, which is equal to Kraunchadvipa in measurement, and it is made of the essence of curd. Dadhimanda udakaha chapi shakadvipena samvrataha. He doesn't say why this dvipam is called Kraunchadvipa. Probably Krauncha is the mountain there, and so it is called Kraunchadvipa. Who knows? Kraunchadvipasya vistarat dvigунena mahamune. Surrounding this Dadhimanda samudram, Dadhi samudram, you have Shakadvipa. Shakadvipena Kraunchadvipasya vistarat dvigунena. It is double, 2 times more than Kraunchadvipam. And this Shakadvipena samvrataha. The Dadhi samudram is surrounded by Shakadvipa. शाकद्वीप ईश्वरस्यापि भव्यस्य सुमहात्मनः सप्तैव तनयास्तेषां ददौ वर्षाणि सप्त सह सुमहात्मनः भव्यस्य शाकद्वीप ईश्वरस्य सप्त तनयाः the king of Shakadvipa was Bhavya, who was also a great person. Sumahatmanah Bhavyah tasya tu sapta tanayaha asan. He had 7 children. Tesham sapta varshani dadau saha. Saha Bhavyah tesham sapta tanayanam krite sapta varshani dadau. He gave them 7 regions for them to rule. Jaladaha cha Kumarascha Sukumaraha Marichakaha Kusumodaha cha Maudakihi cha Saptamaha Mahadrumaha. Mahadruma is the 7th one. So these are the 7 names of the children. The first one is Jalada, next is Kumara, Sukumara, Marichaka. There is also Manichaka ityasti. Correct, make a correction, it is actually Marichaka. Kusumoda Maudakihi. The 7th one is Mahadruma. Tatsamgyani eva tatrapi saptavarshani anukramat. In order, there were 7 regions in that Shakadvipa named after these 7 children. Tatrapi parvataha sapta. There were 7 mountains in this Shakadvipa which were Varsha Vichcheda Karinaha. They were responsible for demarcating the regions, the 7 regions. So these 7 parvatas divided the 7 regions. Purvaha tatra Udayagirihi. Yeah.
तस्य ईश्वरः कः शाकद्वीपश्च
Bhavyah.
भव्य
Atra asti. Bhavyah iti. Purvaha tatra Udayagirihi. In the east you have Udayagiri, then Jaladharaha Aparaha, Tatha Raivatakaha, Shyamaha, Tathaiva Astagirihi, Ambikeyaha, Ramyaha, Kesari, Parvata Uttamaha. So there are totally 7 mountains here. The 7 mountains, some are adjectives and some are actually the names. 1 minute. I can't remember like Parāśara and tell you. I have to have a reference here. Okay. Suramya. Kesari is the name of the mountain. Okay. So Udayagiri. Udayagiri is where Surya. That is why I think here Vishnu is present as Surya Rupi ityasti khalu prayah atraiva. Shakadvipe eva Surya Rupadharaha iti. If you go to the 70th shloka, he says Vishnu is present in the form of Surya in this Dvipa, Shakadvipa. Here is where you have the Udayagiri. So Udayagirihi vartate, which is Udayachala. Jaladharaha, this is the 2nd mountain. The 3rd mountain is called Raivatakaha. The 4th mountain is called Shyamaha. The 5th is Astagirihi or Astachalam, where the sun sets. And then 6th one is Ambikeyaha. Then the 7th is called Kesari, which is a Parvatottamaha, which is the great mountain Kesari, and it is also beautiful Ramyaha. Shakaha tatra mahan vrikshaha siddha gandharva sevitaha yatratya vata samsparshat akhladaha jayate paraha. In Shakadvipa, there is a great Shaka tree. Shaka na teak mara. Teak na teak wood. So this is a teak wood tree. Shakaha. So Mahan Vrikshaha Vartate Tatra Siddha Gandharva Sevitaha. It is frequented or it is worshipped by Siddhas and Gandharvas. Yatratya Shaka Vrikshe Vrikshat Yaha Vataha Vati Tasya Vatasya Samsparshat Paraha Akhladaha Anandaha Jayate. the wind that comes from this teakwood tree, by just a mere touch of that wind, samsparshat, paraha ahladaha jayate, great happiness is attained. Tatra punyaha janapadaha chaturvarnya samanvitaha. Again, here also the people who are present in this regions are all chaturvarnyam. They have 4 varnas. Nadyaha cha atra mahapunyaha. There are also sacred rivers. Sarva papa bhaya apahaha. Those rivers are capable of removing sins and fear. The names of those 7 rivers are Sukumari, Kumari, Cha, Nalini, Dhenuka Chaya, Ikshuhu, Venuka Chaiva, Gabhasti, Saptami, Tatha. These are the 7 rivers. Anyascha Shatashaha Tatra Kshutra Nadyo Mahamune. There are other smaller tributaries also in this region. Mahidharaha Tatha Santi, Shatashaha Atha Sahasrashaha. There are hundreds and thousands of mountains also in this Shakadvipa. Okay. Taha pibanti muda. Maybe I'll stop with this today. It's a little tedious. So, Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vacham tato jayam udirayet.